Mhm. Oh. Hey, buddy. It's okay. Hey, bud. Oh, okay. Hey, hi, Nicole. Hi, how was your day? Were you gardening? I hope you're gardening. I hope that you got to have your hands in the dirt today. Hello, Kashmir. Hello, Dawn. Nice to see you. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope that hey, Matt. Hope that you are all having a decent weekend and taking care of yourselves. Hello, happy girl. Nice to see you. Where's everybody from? I'd love to hear where you all are. I am in Santa Barbara, California. I'm Julia Loggins, a gut coach and colon therapist of over 40 years. My specialty is helping people heal inflammatory gut issues. And I am joined by my ride or die, Nicole, who is a life coach and also expert in gut health and kidney health. I mean, we are super excited to be here and answer all of your questions, or as many as we can, about gut health. And we're also super excited to tell you all about our Happy Gut Tribe Facebook page, where you can find links and suggestions and recipes and products that we love. And all kinds of fabulous things. So we're really happy to have you. Hey, Valerie. Hello, everybody. Thank you for liking the live, and thank you all for being here on this Sunday in July. Hope that everyone is doing well. Hello, Alexander. Wonderful to have, excited to have all of your questions and for all of us to get to be here at the end of a long weekend. Hey, Valerie. Thank you for my gift badge. That's so sweet. I hope that everyone got to do. Hey, Gracefully. Nice to see you. How are you doing? How is life? I'm hoping, hello, Morning Joe. I'm hoping, hello, Gracefully. I'm hoping everybody has gotten in a little self care. Hello, Davy. A little bit of, at least a little bit of self care this weekend on what I hope was a long weekend for you. I don't know how many of you all were working over the weekend, or if you got to take some time for yourselves or some time to be in the garden or just be with friends, whatever it is that makes you feel happy and renewed. Hello, Hope. Speaking of, hello, D. Roberts. I posted something about I see a client every Sunday that I have been seeing and working with for a while. We've worked through some really big things, and I just wanted to share a little thumbnail of that session because I think it's powerful for everybody to get to understand what goes on in a colon hydrotherapy session on other levels besides just the very practical level of emptying poop. It's such a deep, powerful experience, and I love sharing little bits of it. Hello, Mr. Diaz. Nice to meet you. Hey, Mimi. Oh, so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's great to be here, and I'm so happy to have all of you. Hello, Cranapple. Is that it? Hello, Anne. Mm. Thank you to everybody for being here and for joining Nicole and I on this beautiful weekend. And I hope it's been a good one for you. And thank you, Mimi. I hope that you're doing something for yourselves. I'd love to hear what you have been doing. I have something that I'm going to drop a post on. Nicole, you're going to love this unless you already know about it. Hey, Truth Seeker. Um, I'm going to drop the post right after we finish, and it's all about magnesium oil spray, which was like changed my life this morning because I've had a pinched nerve for about a week, and it just made it go away or made the pain reduce by phenomenally overnight. I had been turned on to it by a friend. So, does anybody know about magnesium oil spray? I did not. I feel like I'm late to the party, but it is probably one of the most powerful things I have experienced in I don't know how long, especially because I was in so much pain. To see such a dramatic reduction in pain. When I read the reviews for this product on Amazon, I definitely felt like I was late to the party. Like everybody knew about this product for reducing pain, swelling, and inflammation. You use the cream and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's mind blowing. I mean, I bought the spray. It was $20. I put it on last night after a hot shower this morning. My pain was 75% gone. And I have been suffering with this pinched nerve for a week. I couldn't get in to see my chiropractor. And it was mind blowing. You use it for muscle cramps and you love the spray. I am late to the party, but I'm so thrilled that I found it. And I'm really excited to drop the post after we finish here because maybe you all seem to know about it, but I'm sure there's members of our community who do not know about it. Magnesium oil spray. And did you, when you started using it gracefully and Bunny, did you have the experience of having it make your skin itchy? The directions say that if you're deficient in magnesium, it will make your skin itchy at the first time. I use tons of magnesium every day in my supplements, and I still had itchy skin. And that tells me what a powerful delivery system the skin is. We know that you didn't. Okay. Well, good for you. I did, but I didn't on the second or third time I used it. You did too? Yeah, it's weird, but like I knew that it was okay. And I sprayed it on my client this morning because he's dealing with pain and inflammation. He also did not have the itching, but by the end of our session, he also felt better. You got itchy. Okay. Yeah, it was, I mean, it was extraordinary. I just have not had anything like this, do this kind of thing in such a long time. So I'm so excited to be able to share it with our community. I'll drop that post right after. But thank you for sharing your experiences of it. I'm so grateful that this client shared it with me. Her lymphatic therapist had sprayed it on a sprained ankle of hers. So I would love to talk about this. Is obviously off the subject of diverticulitis, colitis, and flares, but swelling nonetheless is part of something that magnesium oil will reduce anywhere on the body. So I'm excited to share it. And hello, Dab. Hello, Sue. If you all are having any gut issues, I'd love to talk about them. If you have ever tried sleeping with a bar of soap, what kind of soap? No, I have never tried sleeping with a bar of soap. And what kind of soap and what results does that have? I'd love to know. Um, yeah, did anybody else out there sleep with a bar of soap? No, I never have. But I love to hear about it. Hello, LL Splash. Nice to see you. Nice to have you. Seems quiet over on YouTube. Thanks for checking that out. Hello, Margaret June. Nice to have you. Nice to have everybody here. Thank you all for being here on your Sunday. Have you been doing food prep today? Tell me what your Sundays have been about. I've been in the clinic. I have one client that I see every Sunday, and then I try to get a lot of office work and paperwork done on the rest of it. Do I have anything for H. pylori and GERD? H. pylori, I'm happy to talk to you about on a consult call. Haley, and GERD, yes. Well, if you have H. pylori, I guess my question to you is, are you on a medication from your doctor? Are you being treated for it? Haley, it's so nice to see you. And Haley, I have to tell you about my discovery from last night, which is magnesium oil spray. This seems like something you would know all about. I did not, but I'm ecstatic to know about it because it fixed a pinched nerve in my neck that I've been suffering from. So Haley, is that something you know all about and you use it? I just had to throw that out because I just saw your name here. How are you and how's Bruce and Sean, and tell us everything. And back to the question from some lovely person about H. pylori and GERD. Of course, one of the symptoms of H. pylori is GERD, also gastritis and ulcers. So Let me know if you're being treated, because it's really important that you do get treated, and then that you retest in 30 days after an H. pylori treatment. No matter what you do for an H. pylori treatment, you want to retest and make sure that it is negative, because it's not always. No matter what protocol you're using, and then it's important to treat it until you are completely well. Um, so Haley, tell us the news, whatever's happening. Hello, Afi Della, and hello, Lepcott. Nice to have you all. Jennifer, nice to see you too. Haley, have you had a good weekend? I hope. And what's the weather happening where you are? I know it's just been so crazy, and obviously we all know what's been happening in Texas, and sending our prayers that way. Hello, Debbie. Heartbreaking and tragic. Hello, Bulldog Mom. Hello, Sue. I mean, that's all we can do, is just send our love and prayers and whatever donations we can to the charities that need it in those areas. Hello, user 17. Nice to see all of you. Um, Haley, I don't know if you've been sending me a comments. Yesterday, someone was commenting and we just weren't getting all of theirs. So I don't know if that's happening to you. When do you start introducing fiber after a flare? Oh, it's a great question, because I guess it's all about how you define fiber. For me, I would define that as a baked sweet potato without the skin, baked, cooled, and reheated, and that would be after after your symptoms are stable, after you're no longer having severe pain or a fever. Of course, if you are on antibiotics for a flare, you definitely want to have some food in your system. That could be a bit of sweet potato that's been baked, cooled, and reheated. And when it, So the idea of fiber, if you're looking for something to make things go through you, cooked vegetables will be enough. We don't ever want to use something like flax or chia, any high fiber products, because they're just going to get engorged in those diverticulitis and diverticulosis pockets and create problems. So the types of fiber that I always talk about here are very gentle forms of it. Not raw food, not whole nuts and seeds, no corn, no kale, no spinach, not even cooked kale. It's just hard to digest. So I hope that answers your question. And of course, as I said, it depends whether or not you're taking antibiotics, because then you're required to have some food. Let's see, peas. You could have blended cooked peas, like those frozen peas that the frozen organic peas that we get at the health food store. If you want to cook them really well and blend them, I wouldn't eat peas without blending them after a flare, because that kind of fiber is going to be hard to digest. But if you blend it into like a pea soup, I actually love fresh pea soup. And the regular pea soup that we think of, that many of us grew up on, is like it's like a bean, and that's really way too hard to digest. So the pea soup that you would get in a restaurant, you don't want to have that type. But fresh pea soup from your organic fresh peas that you're going to get from the health food store, you could have that. Oh my gosh, Haley, I don't understand what is happening. I'm not seeing them, and I know that Nicole isn't, because Nicole would be telling me if she was. That is so crazy. I don't know why that's happening. I'm so sorry. Fruits. So Carmina, so fruits, let's talk about fruits after a flare. Applesauce, cooked apples without the skin, cooked pears without the skin, canned organic peaches that are not canned in sugar. In fact, canned fruits, because depending where you live in the country, you may not be able to get fresh things. As long as they are canned without sugar, then they're easier to digest. If it's a raspberry, you want to blend it. No strawberries, No strawberries, no raspberries. Papaya would be a suitable fruit if you can get it organic, which is hard to do because if it's not organic, it's going to have lots of sprays. Organic tropical fruits, papaya and mango, also good. Um, Shelbert, anything for ulcerative colitis? I have so many videos right here directly for people with ulcerative colitis. So check out my video feed. Any video that I've made for diverticulitis applies to you. Any video I've made about colitis applies to you. Yeah, every post on my page is perfect for ulcerative colitis. If you have any questions, we can go through those in a coaching call and you can sign up on my website. Is coffee good? If you are not having a flare, if you are stable, if you've been stable for at least 30 days, low acid coffee from our friends at Pangea would be okay to try some of. You do not want to drink regular coffee and you never want to drink decaf. Decaf has so much more acid than regular coffee. Um, so, um, the question, what are you struggling with, Jamie? Okay. Oh, thank you for asking that. And Haley, I'm so sorry we're not getting your messages. I miss you. Thank you for trying. And I'm sending you big hugs and I'm feeling your good vibes. Thank you for being here. Um, Kimmy, so I'm hoping that that helps about the coffee. So the brands of coffee, we love Pangea. It's a low acid, mold free, allergy free coffee. Another brand that's a good one is Fabula. You can find that. I don't think you'll find Pangea in your grocery store, but you'll find it. They have a shop right here on TikTok, or you'll find it online. You have some pains in your stomach and you feel bloated. So do you have a diagnosis? Have you seen the doctor? Nicole and I suggest anyone who is having pain, go to urgent care, see your doctor. We don't mess around. We like to get diagnoses because if you have something, you have gastritis. So have you been tested for H. pylori? H. pylori is the number one cause of gastritis. We always ask about whether or not you've been tested because it's really important to be treated if you've been tested. It's not something that you want to let go. And there are people who, are negative to gastritis. I'm negative to H. pylori and still have gastritis, but I have to ask anyway. Marshmallow, the best supplement for ulcerative colitis. There's one of the things that you want to start with is a digestive enzyme with hydrochloric acid at the end of your protein meals. You've just got to get food to break down. Hello, Betty Davis. Your name is Elizabeth from England. Welcome. I'm glad that you found our page. Nice to have you. I'm glad that you're here. And when I think of the name Betty Davis, I think of that song from the 80s, Betty Davis Eyes. Welcome, Elizabeth. Nice to have you. You must be a Betty Davis fan. So 2 or 3 months ago, you were diagnosed, Jamie, and were you treated with anything? Cara, can I describe smoldering diverticulitis? I'm imagining when you say smoldering, is that not during a flare? So that would be pain, gas. It means that you've had a flare at some point. I guess the question is, have you actually been diagnosed for diverticulitis? And if you, and have you had flares? How have you been treated? How are you taking care of yourselves? Because sometimes with diverticulitis, you can have a flare and then the symptoms appear to go away for a while, but they're not really gone until you really work on healing yourselves. They gave you stomach protection, Jamie. I'm not quite sure what that means. Is that an antibiotic to treat your H. pylori? Not really sure what stomach protection means. Hey, Lexus, I hope you're doing well. Hope you happy long weekend. Yeah, can you explain that a little bit better? I don't really know what stomach protection is, but thank you. Brett, your doctor mentioned it. It sounds like it's something ongoing. Well, the thing about diverticulitis is until you really treat it and you empty and shrink those pockets, it still exists. I don't know if that's what your doctor was referring to. Um, because in between flares, I think that's how people get into trouble, because it once people are done with a flare, it's sort of like, if you have diverticulitis and you've been through this, it's easy to imagine everything is okay. Like, the way you feel after you're over a flu, like you're fine, and then you're not fine. So, hey, Allison. Oh my gosh, it's been a while, but it's so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Haley is here today, but somehow her messages weren't coming through, so we got really frustrated. I hope we will get yours. I thought of you, Allison, when I posted the post that I did today about a client I saw this morning, because I posted about all that we go through in the healing process and how big a journey it is, how all encompassing it is. Branks, oh, you're so you're so welcome. Absolutely, my pleasure, my honor. Jamie, it's so it doesn't sound, it sounds like that is a medicine. I don't know that that is something that is actually a H. pylori treatment. And I would suggest that you speak with your doctor about an actual treatment. Yes, and that's a great question. Where do you live? Um, because I don't know what that treatment is, a protection for the lining. I don't know if that is a direct treatment for H. pylori. It's just not one I've heard of. Yeah, and thank you, Nicole, for asking. You're in Austria. Okie doke. Interesting. So all I would say is ask your doctor if that is specifically a treatment for H. pylori. We would not want you to not be getting something very specific. It's not H. pylori. Okay. Sorry. I thought that you said that that was something you'd been diagnosed with, but I misunderstood. Oh, Jen, it's been 5 weeks of a CAT scan, shows all clear, but you still have issues eating. Yeah. The a CAT scan, if you've had, Jen, is that for a diverticulitis flare? I'm imagining that it is. So it may show that you no longer have a flare, but it takes a long time for those tissues to heal. And I don't know what you're eating. Yeah, okay. I don't know what you're trying to eat, but if you leave me a direct message, I'll send you my diverticulitis diet, because those are the guidelines you should be eating right now. You're only 5 weeks out of a flare, 45 days. So that should be no raw food, no wheat, sugar, dairy, or processed foods. Should be cooked, easy to digest vegetables, no corn, no kale, no whole nuts and seeds, no salad, nothing raw, no coffee yet, green tea, lots of aloe vera juice, lots of bone broth. And I don't know if that's been your program, because if that's your program, you'll heal faster. Hey, B Battles. Yes, I do. I have a list of all foods to eat or not eat to prevent or to help heal. So drop me a DM and I'll send it to you. Oh, thank you, Britt. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm really glad that they've been so helpful to you. Yeah, you're welcome. And Jen, just send me a direct message and I'll send you the diverticulitis diet. Yes, B Battles, I'm happy to send that diet to you. It's for anyone with an inflammatory gut issue. Someone here earlier asked about ulcerative colitis. The diverticulitis diet is going to be diet guidelines for you as well. It's for anyone with an inflammatory gut condition. Doesn't matter what it is. Gracefully, thank you for liking the live. Not sure what blood type. Speaking of blood type, if you don't know your blood type and you're interested in finding out, you can go on Amazon and there is a home test you can do called the Eldon-Card test, and you can test yourself at home. Hello, Joanna from Canada. Nice to see you. Hope that you're having a good weekend, and nice to see you stopping by. So Jen, you've been eating soft foods. Okay, that's good. Just making sure that when you're eating those soft foods, you have that there is no wheat, sugar, dairy, processed foods, things like that. Because sometimes people think soft foods are white bread and noodles. Hello, Jenny. Nice to see you. Jamie, you have an oily liver. I have here in America, we call that a fatty liver, I think. And I have a post on here. If you send me a direct message, I can send it to you about how to heal fatty liver. So I definitely talked about that here. I think in America we call it fatty liver. Hello, Life of Hugo. Nice to see you. Nice to have you all here. Yeah. Um, and hello, Sue. Oh, Jamie, is that right? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for helping me with my European translations of things. Hello, Fidu. Nice to see you. Welcome to our live. Hey, Mari. Nice to see you too. Oh my gosh. I hope that you're doing well. Nice to see Kath. Nice to see old friends and new friends today. It's beautiful here. I hope it is where all of you are. Heather, welcome. Debbie, welcome. Nice to see all of you here. We are talking about something more about how blood type impacts diet. Yeah, thank you, Nicole. The way that blood type impacts diet is that each blood type uh, has an optimal level of digestion and reduced inflammation if you eat according to your blood type. So if you eat foods that are not good for your blood type, what happens is constipation, inflammation, bloating, indigestion, all kinds of issues. And so eating for your blood type really can streamline, really boost your energy, really clear your head, and help balance your blood sugar. And there's some big picture things about it. I have a few videos here about it, actually quite a few probably, and then also some specifically on my website. So blood type diet is can really be a game changer if you discover you're eating something not on your blood type. And I'll talk about each blood type a little tiny bit in just a minute. How to heal gastritis not having H. pylori. Um, you're in Austria. So one of the things that I would suggest for eating, and I don't know if you can get it. I know you can get bone broth there. You can make it for sure. The other would be aloe vera juice, and that's something that we use. And I'm pretty sure that you can get it where you are, although it takes a lot of sunshine to grow aloe, and you have a little bit less of it where you are. But aloe is so healing. Hey, Jade, nice to see you. Thank you for your questions. I notice I've answered quite a few of them with a please DM me. So if you send me one, I will answer you. If any of you wonder why I answer a lot of questions like that, that's kind of a requirement of the platform, not me necessarily. Hello, Roblox. Bone broth gave an upset stomach. So my first question is, what brand was it? Because there's some brands that Nicole has researched, and they are over on our Happy Gut Tribe Facebook page with links and pictures. And you want to make sure that you're using a bone broth that does not have onion, garlic, pepper, or any spices in it. Salt is okay. So the bone broth brands we recommend are Imagine, but you have to read the label because some of Imagine's bone broth does have spices. Butcher's Broth and Zoop, Zoup. So those are the brands. So I don't know if you're using a brand that actually has a spice in it. Is skipping breakfast good? Um, it can be really helpful to people to do intermittent fasting, and it does give the digestion a break. Allison is, yes, thank you. Allison is reminding us all to start aloe vera juice in small quantities, like 1 ounce at a time, because it has slightly laxative qualities. And if you're very sensitive to it, if you start with that much of it, 4 ounces, you could end up using the bathroom more than you'd like. It won't hurt you. It won't cause inflammation. but it will be a little inconvenient. And so if you start with 1 ounce, you just get to know your body and how many ounces it takes for your body to get a nice flush. But aloe vera juice is so soothing to the inside of the gut. I don't know if any of you have ever had a kitchen burn or a sunburn and you put aloe vera on it and it heals it so fast. It does the same thing to the inside of the body. It's so healing and it's really soothing, and it is great for relieving constipation. Hello, little and cute. Nice to have you. And hello, that brunette. I like that name. Hello, Elsie and Bacon Slays. It certainly does. Hello, Breezy. Welcome, welcome. Shelly Shell, welcome. Thank you, Allison, for reminding me to remind everybody about that. That using too much aloe can definitely send us to the bathroom. Hello, yes, little and cute. Welcome to our healing our gut, and I'd love to hear about where you are and what you're dealing with. What's a good aloe vera juice, gracefully? Thank you. That's such a good question. And Nicole has pictures and links over on our Happy Gut Tribe Facebook page. Hello, Pearl's World. Nice to see you. The brands that we like to recommend are Lakewood, George's, Lily of the Desert. Those are all brands that are organic and don't have any sugar. There's other brands out there that are good as well. But those are three that we know are totally safe to drink. As I said, there's other brands out there, but read the labels. You want to make sure there's no preservatives and no sugar. Oh, Pearl's World, thank you so much. Is our linseeds good? We don't recommend seeds, any type of seed. Linseed oil or flaxseed oil, that would be okay because that's just an oil in the oil form. Gosh, I used to use some flax oil on my salads. Um, you love it. You drink Herbalife aloe. Oh, great. So Herbalife probably has a good brand of aloe. So if you're eating the seeds of linseeds, no. But if it's linseed oil, um, and I can't remember. I should remember what linseed oil is specifically used for, but I can't remember at this exact moment. Just make sure that it's the oil and not the seed. Um, for anything that you're using, for instance, you can use walnut oil, but you don't want to be eating whole walnuts. You could also eat walnut butter, almond butter, pecan nut butter. Any of the nut butters are safe as long as you're not, because whole nuts and seeds, Jamie, are not digestible and they can cause a flare. Whole nuts and seeds are just not digestible. So peanuts, the problem with peanuts is that they can cause that they're so often moldy and they're very acidic. So we recommend almond butter over peanut butter, but any type of creamy nut butter is going to be okay generally. Yeah. Uh, Oh, yes, that's right. Allison's hubby did not love the taste of aloe, and a lot of people don't like the taste of aloe. It has a very tangy, kind of bitter taste. I actually don't mind it, but lots of people don't like it. Sneak it into a smoothie. Hello, James. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well and that you're feeling great, and it's wonderful to see you today. Hello, Sawyer's mommy. Welcome. Nice to see you too. Yeah, Jamie, you're so welcome. Sawyer's mommy, where are you? Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Um, hello, Valerie. Thank you again. Yeah. If you have any questions, let's see, Jamie, you heard the pH level is very important. Um, yes, absolutely. There's a home pH test that you can find on my website, but there's many places, probably your local pharmacy or drugstore is going to have a pH test. I sell them on my website because I wanted to make it easy for people to do pH testing. And yes, it's really important and it's really easy to do. And it's easy to read the directions and just follow the color code on there. And I used to test my pH every single day. You want to make sure that your pH is about a 7 and it's very balanced. Um, Hello, Perfect Attraction Service. That sounds interesting. Welcome. Nice to see you. Wow, I can't believe that we're almost halfway done. Are stool tests worthwhile? Yeah, absolutely, especially depending which ones you use. We like to recommend stool tests from a company called Genova or Diagnostic Solutions. There's other ones. I believe Viome has a pretty decent one, but um, you want to make sure that you're working with a company where gut health is their specialty and that they're doing a very broad variety of parasite testing. But they're absolutely, stool tests are really interesting. Yeah. And do you have a specific condition? Thanks, Nicole. That's a great question. A specific condition you're dealing with. Are the names of the tests on my site? I had them on my last blog on my website. I listed names of companies and links for companies that do food sensitivity testing and parasite testing. Um, uh, um, 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 I couldn't read your note, Allison, but I bet Nicole did, and she can translate it for me because they made it too light for me to see. Nicole, can you tell me what it was that Allison just said? Um, uh, Oh, yes. Oh, that's a great so Allison has really robust digestion, and if she eats a nut, she can see whole pieces of nut. It's just not breaking down. Someone asked about, a colonoscopy. If you don't mind sending that question back around, I'll grab that. I just didn't get to see the whole thing. If you get constipated with abdominal cramping after an endoscopy, I would manage that, with aloe vera juice. Is there anything important to do after a colon? Oh, that's a great question. Um, yes, the most important thing to do is electrolytes because the flush purges your body of electrolytes. And so you want to make sure that the day of your colonoscopy, after you finish, you are making sure that you're getting lots of hydration with electrolytes, not just water, but putting sugar-free electrolytes in your water, that's really important. And then you may feel a little bloated or off afterwards. So eat light that night. Just keep your diet very simple and very easy, and you'll feel normal in a couple of days. Some people feel normal right away. I didn't. I will warn you. So just be very gentle with yourself. Um, you only got constipated with abdominal cramping after the endoscopy. So you have been, has it been for the whole last 2 months since the endoscopy? And then what did they discover when you did that? Um, um, ah, Allison, are you talking about a colonoscopy? Is that something you're going to be doing soon? Yes, it improved a lot, and your endoscopy was normal. Great. Okie doke. Well, I will say, from doing a colonoscopy awake, I didn't want to be asleep. I wanted to be awake. I wanted to know what it is that my clients are experiencing. It is quite an invasive procedure. So you really want to take a lot of care of yourself afterwards, and if you don't feel great after, it's just going to take your gut time to heal. I know I'm not thrilled either, Allison. I know you'll be totally fine, but I am totally not thrilled. You're going to do great, of course. You'll be totally fine. You're terrified. Okay, I will tell you that colonoscopies are generally very safe. They are the most trustworthy way to find out whether or not you have colon cancer. That's what they are about. They may not tell you everything, but they will tell you that. Um, and I don't want you to, I mean, I did it. I did it last year. I don't want you to be terrified. It's not terrifying. Plus, you can just have them give you some twilight meds and you'll go to sleep. You don't need to be awake through it. I wanted to be awake through it. I wanted to experience it. I wanted to know what was happening, and I wanted to know what they were like. But just if you're scared, just let them, put you to sleep, and you'll wake up on the other side of it. You'll be fine. Just make sure that you are taking a lot of electrolytes that day, and just take the day that day. Of course, you're not going to be working the day of your colonoscopy, and just take really good care of yourself that day, and just be easy and do a castor oil pack that night. I would suggest to anybody doing an endoscopy or colonoscopy that night, do a castor oil pack. Is it good to re-enter after with a gentle, soft diet? Yes, 100%. You're going to be sedated. Yeah. There's no reason not to be sedated. And a totally gentle diet that night. Absolutely. I actually did it for a couple of days. It's been 2 months since your endoscopy. The constipation has improved, but the cramping is still. So send me a direct message and let's talk about this. I would suggest aloe vera juice. In New York, you have to be sedated. Oh, interesting. In California, you don't, although it's, 98% of doctors won't do it if you are not. But I found a doctor in Santa Barbara, two doctors actually, who were fine with me being awake. A castor oil pack that night would be a great thing to do. And the next day, you could do a castor oil pack that night and the next day, and that will definitely make you feel so much better. And then definitely keep your diet really light that night. Maybe a sweet potato without the skin, scrambled eggs. I would just not make it complicated, make it a complicated piece of food. So just make it really, even a couple of days of that. Aloe vera juice just to keep, to reduce the inflammation. Um, and um, and then you can also, if you feel gassy for a couple of days, activated charcoal is something that can help as well. Thank you, Nicole, for that. Um, Keen eye that you are. Thank you very much. Um, Hello, Jersey Susie. Allison, I so wish I was getting to see you before your colonoscopy. For anybody out there, colon hydrotherapy is an American Medical Association approved pre-colonoscopy prep. You have to do 3 before your colonoscopy. You can do it in lieu of the traditional prep. Um, that's what I did. I just worked on myself. But it is an American Medical Association pre-approved, approved colonoscopy prep, but nobody will tell you that. However, it is, and therefore it is something that you could do by coming to see somebody like me before your colonoscopy, and it's a gentler way to enter the process. Is this for unicity? I'm not sure what unicity is. Um, does anybody, Nicole, do you know what that is? I don't know what unicity is. We're talking about colonoscopies. We're talking about a prep for colonoscopies. Raw veggies after a flare, 100% no. I wouldn't suggest raw food after a flare for 30 to 60 days. And Carmina, if you want my diverticulitis diet, send me a direct message. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that for being on top of that. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Chuck, nice to have you. We're talking all about colonoscopies at the minute. Yeah, Carmina, you're so welcome. What food type is best for O? And O positive, O negative, it's all the same. Protein and vegetables. Blood type O are the first blood type. We're hunters and gatherers. I'm a blood type O. Nicole's a blood type O. And what was on the earth? What was on the earth for the first humans? Proteins, vegetables, fruits. There was no farming. There was no grain. There was no dairy products really. So it's protein and vegetables, and that's the best food. And blood type O really react to environmental toxins. They were just nowhere on the planet as we were evolving. And they can be prone to constipation. Nuts and berries, yes. However, remember that our ancestors had 90% more hydrochloric acid in their stomachs than we do. They could eat, they could eat raw meat. They could eat foods that had bugs, bacteria, and nasty critters and not be extinguished the way we would be. So remember that they had a robust gut microbiome that we don't have. So yes, there were nuts and berries and forms that we cannot digest. The digestion has shifted so much. Oh, interesting. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Um, Connie, thank you. That's a great question, though. So one thing that really helps, Allison, doctors recommend 1,500 milligrams of turmeric for arthritis. Amazing. That would be, that would be hard for gut issue folks. Right. Oh, isn't that so true? Yeah, exactly. Any book recommendation on digestion? Britt, I've written 3, and you can get 2 of them audio or written. You can get a paperback on my website. You can get the audio version. So check them out on my website, cleansingforenergy.com. And I talk all about digestion, how to heal, lymphatic therapy, how to detox, like the whole thing. My first book, Dare to Detoxify, was about my healing journey. My second book, which is It Takes Guts to Be Happy, includes 12 stories of clients I have worked with that had life-threatening issues that healed. So I think I would go for that one, and you can listen to it on an audio. Deanna, what's the best probiotic after first-time diverticulitis? Try my Probio Energy, because I designed it for people with sensitive bellies, and it's not constipating. Probiotics can be really constipating. So there's 2 that you might want to consider. One would be Women's Probio Energy, and the other is Plain Probio Energy. Oh, Allison, thank you. Thank you so much, Nicole. Um, okay, I'm looking forward to. I will answer you tonight or in the next day or so. Yeah, Deanna, you're so welcome. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Allison. So, Allison, you have to keep me posted on your procedure. I so wish that I could, it was happening down here. Hello, pumpkin. Oh, I have a very needy pumpkin here. 20 minutes left. Wow, we're flying. Nicole, what did you have for dinner? Allison, what are you having for dinner? I love to ask all my pals what they're eating because it's so interesting. My website, yes, my books, all my products, my digestive health products, my books, my programs, my online courses, everything is on my website, cleansingforenergy.com. It's a link at the top of my page, but you can just go directly to cleansingforenergy.com. If you can't find it or you don't remember, send me a direct message and I'll send you the link. You have to paste the link into your browser, but you'll find it. Oh, Linda. Oh my gosh. Hello there. So nice to see you. I'm good. Thank you. Oh my gosh. It's so nice to see you. This is one of my dear friends, Linda. And it's so nice to see you. Oh my gosh. Linda, Allison is here. And we had Haley a little earlier, but we were missing her. Linda, it's so nice to see you. Every time I see your name and your daisy, my heart just opens. I hope you've had a beautiful weekend. I hope you got to see all your wonderful family. It's so nice to see you, and thank you for stopping by and saying hi to us. I miss you, and I'm sending you big hugs. Hello, Iwa Payne. Oh, you're so welcome. Nice to see you. Nice to have you all. So Linda, what we're talking about dinner. Have you made dinner yet? Are you going out for dinner? It's Sunday. Oh, I'd love to hear what everybody's eating. Allison, some people here eat really interesting things. You're good. You had a nice 4th of July. Your grandkids were there. Oh, so sweet. I love that. Allison is having salmon, a mixed salad with Primal Kitchen mayo, our favorite, balsamic sardines, and raw greens because you tolerate them. I love that, and me too. I'm having orange roughy, um, thawed out preef that was frozen orange roughy, one of my favorite fishes, with a raw green salad of fresh butter lettuce. Um, and some sauerkraut from Wild Brine. And the company that I use, I have featured here before. I buy a lot of fresh seafood from my local seafood purveyor, but there's also a company I use that I buy their frozen seafood sometimes at the store because it's wild caught. And you can't get in California anyway fresh orange roughy, and it's one of my favorites. So that's what I'm having. Are fermented foods good for gut health? Do you know that's such a good question? They are if they are naturally fermented without vinegar. However, if you have SIBO, if you have a mast cell or histamine issue, you don't want to be using any kind of fermented food. And I just dropped a video on mast cell activation syndrome last night. Really important to talk about mast cell activation syndrome because people who have it can't do any fermented foods because they're high in histamines. Fermented foods are high in histamines. So they are generally good if they are naturally fermented. But if you have SIBO, if you're just dealing with candida, or you have histamine issues, then you don't want to be using them. I know that it's easy to imagine that fermented foods are good for everybody, but it's everyone's a little bit different. Linda loves orange roughy, and you went to the fish market in Irvine and you got some cod. Oh, I like that too. Yum. Um, I love that too. Those are, I'm a total fish lover. So, Scott Henry, it's nice to see you and nice to have you stop by. I'm such a big fan of your page. Thank you for everything that you share with your community. And thank you for just the bright light that you are. Britt, would you know if you have mast cell? If how would you know? You can be tested for mast cell. So, mast cell activation syndrome is when there is a perfect storm of yet generally more than one issue, which means a perfect storm of gut issues with stress, toxicity, mold exposure, Lyme disease, untreated infections, nasty critters. It's usually a combo of one or more of those conditions, and it causes extreme symptoms, extreme fatigue, extreme brain fog, extreme gut issues. And it's often misdiagnosed, which means that people who have it can be just really frustrated about how to heal and feel like there's no path. I'm going to start talking a lot more about it because I could tell by the amount of questions I got that people are they're starting to learn about mast cell activation syndrome. It's a modern disease. It's caused by stress and toxicity. Um, and it's caused by our body not being able to have enough pathways to detox and about us not knowing how to allow our bodies to detox, how to handle the stress that we're under, or even allow ourselves to feel it until it just gets us. And it's so happy to talk to you more about it. Hello, Happy Birdie. Nice to have you. Hello, Chamorro Real Chi. Allison, do you know anybody? Does anybody know anyone in your world with mast cell activation syndrome? Ironically, a couple of members of my family have it. And it's one of those things where usually they're diagnosed with one thing, maybe Lyme, maybe mold exposure, maybe a gut issue, and then they do some kind of treatment and they just don't get a lot better. They're trying a diet and the diet isn't refined enough. They feel like people with mast cell are reactive to everything. It's something I had early on, but there was no diagnosis. I mean, there wasn't even a name for it. So, now we're putting labels to these modern conditions. And unfortunately, they are called quote unquote incurable. So, one of the things I try to do on this page is to give people hope that these kinds of modern conditions can be treated and you can live a great life. So I'm going to talk a lot more about mast cell. Hello, Erica. Nice to see you. We have 10 minutes left, and then we're going to, Nicole and I will be here next week at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you're so welcome to leave me a direct message, sign up for a coaching call. Nicole is telling me what she had for dinner. You know, I love this. A fresh bison burger with a sweet potato from Whole Foods and a homegrown salad. Oh my gosh, we're all so jealous of Nicole's homegrown salads. Wow. That sounds like such a delicious dinner. So, for those of you who are not familiar with bison, it has more protein and less fat than beef, and it's way more digestible. It's a superior form of red meat. Allison, to clarify, you have friends with Lyme. Yeah. So people with Lyme often also have mast cell, and the same with lupus. Um, and therefore, it gets really tricky to get treated. You can treat one symptom of Lyme and not treat the other and still have mast cell, which means histamine reactions are off the charts. Um, yeah, I'm, I'm glad. If they're your friend, Allison, that means they have tons of resources. Um, oh my gosh, Allison, you're so sweet. Thank you for my gift badge. I love you. Jamie, how good are the IgG sensitive? They're good. There is no food sensitivity test that is 100%. That's just how it goes with food sensitivity testing. That said, they're worth doing. And if you have mast cell or any autoimmune issue, your food sensitivities are going to change. They're going to change, which means you may become more sensitive to something in 6 months or less. I suggest repeating them every 6 months while you're in the healing process and trusting that you will heal. A food sensitivity is not the same as a classic allergy, the type of thing that, that you would have anaphylactic shock from a bee sting. A food sensitivity means your body reacts, but it's not life threatening. Um, Oh, the white sweet potatoes. Oh my gosh. Aren't they amazing? Sorry to just switch the subject, but white sweet potatoes taste like maple syrup. Nicole is totally right. If you bake them, cool them, and reheat them, they are, oh my gosh, Allison, you will flip. They are one of the most delicious foods on the planet. I should do a post all about mashed white sweet potatoes with butter. There's very few things that are better. They're like a dessert, and they're different. I love, yeah, you'll adore them. Um, they're different than orange sweet potatoes, which are fabulous, or yams. And they're rich. So baking, cooling, and reheating them, really reducing that, cutting those carbs and sugar in half, makes them a lot more digestible. Also, yeah, they're amazing. I should actually, next Thanksgiving, I should make my sweet potato pie with a white sweet potato instead of an orange one. Linda, oh, you're eating them too, both red and white. Yeah. Yeah, we're just sweet potato lovers around here. When my kids were growing up, I would make a whole tray of them every week. Um, so, Jamie, no grains, dairy, or citrus fruits, right? Exactly. You need more in your house. Nicole, do you grow them? Do you grow sweet potatoes? I know you grow everything, and I know this isn't really the season to grow squash, to grow winter squashes or sweet potatoes, but yeah. Um, uh, they lose their yes, yes, their their sugar and their sugar content and their carb content is cut in half when you bake them, cool them, and bake and cool them. I mean, you could eat them cool, but you can reheat them and it doesn't charge the sugar back up. So to me, it makes them a lot more digestible, and then it doesn't freak out your blood sugar. Oh, Linda has zucchinis, and she's going to saute some tonight from your daughter's garden. I know, Linda, your daughter is an amazing gardener, and I know she's a great. I know she's a bread baker too. Is she still baking bread, Linda? I know you have some amazing kids, and I loved when you would share stories of your daughter's cooking escapades because I know she's amazing. Um, Allison is a great cook. Nicole is an amazing cook. Yes, her sourdough. She does her gluten-free sourdough. And Linda, in case you ever don't get your daughter's sourdough bread, Nicole found a brand of gluten-free sour bread that's on our Happy Gut Tribe Facebook page. You have your daughter's gluten-free sourdough, and I know she gets her flour somewhere special. Kelly, you just had your gallbladder removed. So what you want to do is you want to do a digestive enzyme like My Enzyme Energy. You'll find it on my website, and then I suggest ox bile. Yeah, thank you, Nicole. So those two things, you want to do a digestive enzyme and then you want ox bile. Yeah, Linda, I mean, we all don't have daughters that cook gluten-free sourdough bread for us, so we just have to do the next best thing. And that is go to our Happy Gut Tribe page, Facebook page, and see what Nicole found. Um, uh, oh, Allison, you missed the gluten-free sourdough. Oh, check out the gluten-free sourdough that um, Nicole did a ton of research. That woman is nonstop. And Allison, have you seen the goat milk colostrum that Nicole found from Mount Capra? If you haven't seen that, Linda, you might want to check that out too. It is the gluten-free, excuse me, it is dairy-free because there's no cow milk in it, and it's from a company called Mount Capra. I have a post on it here, but Nicole has all kinds of pictures and links and a description of it. The goat milk colostrum over on our Happy Gut Tribe Facebook page. Nicole, you started the goat milk colostrum. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. That's so cool. You ordered it. Okay. So fill us in on the ox bile benefits. So for those of you who either don't have a gallbladder, which is a lot of people, or your gallbladder doesn't work so well, then you want to take a supplement that is an ox bile supplement, and it will help your body deal with fats. And the other thing that really helps your body with healing your liver after you've healed from your surgery would be to do coffee enemas. That's also going to really help your liver heal. Um, let's see. Um, Kelly, Nicole, can you help me see what Kelly wrote because it's being shaded on as it's coming through to me, so I can't read it. So Kelly, Nicole is going to translate that. Sorry, this happens. Sorry, we can't control it. Um, Millie, thank you for joining and saying hi. Nice to have you here. The ox bile. So that would be one after every meal, but especially a protein meal. And you want to make sure you're asking about ox bile, how many a day. So you want to take it after each, especially protein, any meal that has fat or protein. Um, and you want to also be taking a digestive enzyme with that. So the ox bile alone isn't going to be enough. You want to make sure you're adding hydrochloric acid, and you can find the hydrochloric acid digestive enzymes on my website. They're called Enzyme Energy. But the ox bile you'll find in your local health food store. And just try. I always try for anybody using a new supplement, use a small amount. You're ordering them. You're going to go to my website. It's cleansingforenergy.com, and it's Enzyme Energy. And you're going to take it after protein. If you have any questions, you can direct message me. Linda, you love my enzymes, and they're working, and the Happy Gut Cleanse is amazing. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. I love you, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening, enjoying your delicious zucchini from your daughter's garden, and give your whole family hugs for us. And thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being here. We are about over and out. You can find my information on cleansingforenergy.com or the link at the top of my page, or send me a direct message. Um, I love you. We will see you next week, Kelly, on cleansingforenergy.com, or just send me a direct message and I will send you I'll send you the link. Thank you. My pups are doing so good, Allison. I'm working with a new trainer here that's just been amazing. And I'm so lucky and we're having a great time. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, everybody. Please take really good care of yourselves this week. Breathe, prioritize yourselves, do all the selfish things you think you're not supposed to do. Remember to breathe and take care of yourselves, and send me a direct message if there's anything I didn't answer here today. And we will see each other soon. Love you, Allison. Love you, Linda. Love you, Nicole. Thank you all for being here. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Linda. That's so sweet. Thank you, everybody. Take good care and see you next week.